Greetings. Yesterday was December 7th, the anniversary of Pearl Harbor, the attack on Pearl Harbor by the Imperial Japanese forces. The surprise attack with no warning, no formal declaration. There are only a few people left alive who were even alive at that time, but who were there. I just saw in the article that there were, on that day, 40 people from Virginia. They were commemorated yesterday who died in the attack. It made me think, of course, because Pearl Harbor was a naval base, that there were people from all over the country, of course. We honor their legacy, we honor their sacrifice, we honor the struggle that they went through to respond to the forces that attacked, killed, and looked to defeat us. We respond, even when we responded, we are not perfect. We never were, we never will be, but we never were. We responded, we had a racially segregated military. We had a racially segregated society in many, many ways. And yet, Americans, regardless of color, responded. Because ultimately, Americans understood then that even at its worst, this country is better. The opportunities, the possibilities are better. And that our effort is into struggle to make the ideal the reality. To live up to the lofty words that all men are created equal. To live up to the lofty sentiment and ideas and concept that each person is endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights that precede government, where the individual is the center. The individual is the starting point. There's no description there that individual, regard what color the person, sex person is. No, the person. Now that is a reflection of us as a country progressing. We've had progressions with regressions, but we have progressed to understand that all men are created equal, equal opportunity, equal rights. These rights we have, these freedoms we have, we each have them. And when we support those who would take them away from anyone or any group, particularly because of their immutable characteristics, then we weaken the whole and we endanger ourselves. A lot of words to say that we today are in a continued struggle for freedoms, rights, and liberties against the tyranny of government, tyranny of those in power, tyranny of those who are in control of the media, tyranny of the majority or those who are loud in their disdain and dismissal of those who do not conform to their ideology or their thinking. I do actually care. I don't like to offend people, but I'm not limited in my speech because of that. I have the right to speak. I have the right to insult Muhammad or say something that is not an insult, but that some Muslims might not like. I have the right to do that. I wouldn't, because I don't like doing that. but I have the right to do it. So today, this is the day after, but today, in honor of the struggle that the United States and virtually every American engaged in, including the Japanese Americans who came out of the concentration camps that their families were put into to go fight for freedoms, go fight for this country against the fascists and the Nazis. They fought. They are such an example. The black servicemen and women who fought for our future, even when they themselves or their families were not experiencing it right then. This is where we are now. We are fighting for our future in the face of Marxism, in the face of ideology that has infiltrated virtually every part of our society. This diversity, equity, and inclusion, racism, sexism. I'm going to call it like I'm going to include it because I'm going to call it like I see it. And the simple challenge of when you discriminate against someone because of race, meaning that they're white, how are you ending racism? How are you ending that concept? How are you ending that concept? You're doing it. Let's struggle. We can only hope and pray that we don't fall into another major war, because these Democrats, with Joe Biden still in office, mentally not capable of running for president, but he's okay to continue to be as president. This is the liberal progressive mindset. But Americans know we need to struggle through together, going back to our basic beliefs, our ideals, so that we can struggle for those ideals to become more and more reality. Let's do our part. Son of Liberty 2020 mliberty2020@gmail.com. Make a comment. Pass this along. Suggest it to somebody. I know it's not prose-worthy, nor is it particularly entertaining. But we must re-establish light on those who are bringing darkness and insidious deception. We must stand for freedom. We must stand for our freedoms. We must protect the children from being mutilated and from ideology that says they should be warped and that's what their life is. See you next time.